So as you guys know, Ragbri was last week. And oh, yeah, Artemis came down with the kids down here. So that's cool. Yeah, she probably didn't. She hasn't noticed yet. But anyway, Ragbri was last week. And I'm always reminded about how a bike ride is so much like life because there's, sometimes you have to pedal hard to get up the hills. Sometimes you get to coast. Sometimes the wind's in your face, slows you down or whatever, sends you packing sometimes. Sometimes the heat is unbearable. Sometimes it feels wonderfully cool first thing in the morning. There's just, you know, it's so much like life. Sometimes there's people to cheer you on and give you encouragement and ride with you. And other times you feel like you're all alone out there. And so, but the thing that's always constant is who you are deep inside. So no matter what happens to you, you're still the same person, and you always can find that calm and reconnect to your center. So let's just do that now. So please close your eyes. Just find that calmness, that center. It's always there. No matter what storms are going on around you. If you remember that you're connected to something greater, that you're the same inside no matter what happens on the outside. Hopefully you can find a little peace and calm. Please bring hands to heart center. And just bow towards your heart, which is the seat of your soul, seat of the essence of you. May we all be able to find this calm center when we need it. We're much better able to notice that there is always lots of grace surrounding us, lots of beauty. Please lower your hands, open your eyes, and start in child's pose. And just settle back in and just stack your hands under your forehead. And I don't know, I'm feeling really tight since Ragbri. So I think just notice that tightness in your body. And as you breathe into that tightness, just allow the hips to relax back. Maybe notice the ankles relaxing. Every breath, your muscles just kind of give way a little bit more and settle in. And then now stretch your arms out long if you can. Full length, press the palms down. Just notice any stiffness that find there and allow it to soften a bit. And then go ahead and lift up onto fingertips. Allow your armpits to hollow out, your shoulders to lift. Broaden the clavicles a bit. A little bit more stretch there. And then please ground your hands back down and come up to all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And just begin to stretch into a cow pose. And then round to cat. Just do that a few times. One more round. And then pause with a flat back and just allow your rib cage to move to the right. So you feel a stretch in the side body and your spine curves that way, and then move it to the left and just do that a few times. So it's like side to side, cow, cat. Your spine still moves in that direction too, right? And then feel like you're doing a hula hoop around your waist, and just so you're moving through cat, cow, side to side and up and down. You can close your eyes and feel it better if you're conscious about how this looks, and then switch directions. And then pause. Go ahead and extend your right leg straight back. And then add the left arm, the right leg, left arm. Feel a connection through the core. Draw both of those limbs that are extended into the socket a bit more. You'll feel more connection. One more breath. And then bring the left arm out to the side and bring your right leg out to the side and set it down. Good. Bring the left hand down and just move forward and back. Feel the inner thigh. Ground all parts of that foot down. You'll feel more stretch. Wow, that still feels tight. Good. Good. And then pause, pick that foot up, bring it straight back again, and set the ball of the foot down and stretch through your calf. Good. And then bring your left foot to the right and tuck your right knee in behind your left. Your feet are a little bit wider, and then walk your hands back and come to Gomukhasana. You don't have to go all the way back, just feel a little hip stretch there. So it's on knee, your left knee lift. Hips stay square. And then walk back forward to all fours. You have to unwind. And we'll do that same sequence on the other side. So left leg extends back, draw in your core, right arm Draw both legs into the socket. Hi, Julie. One more breath. And bring your right arm out to the side and your left foot out to the side. Ground the outer foot down. You can bring the right arm in to help support you. Move back and forth a little bit. And then pick that foot up, bring it straight back. Notice if your hips are square. Set the ball of the foot down, stretch through the calf. I like to lift my heel high so I get a little toe stretch and then stretch it deeper. You can do whatever feels good. And then pause, move the right foot to the left side, tuck your left knee in behind and walk back to that Gomukhasana position. Feeling the hip stretch. Your hips are feeling open, you can really go all the way back if you want, but not necessary. Couple breaths there. And then walk forward again. Unwind. Keeping the toes curled under now. Get a little more toe stretch. Sit back on your heels. Anybody else been wearing flip-flops a lot? Yeah. Yeah, it's intense. You don't have to go all the way back if it's not working for you. And you can tuck a blanket in behind your knees if your knees don't like it either. And then come forward again. Now bring your hands forward of your shoulders a bit, keeping the toes curled under, lift to downward doggy. I want you to get that same feeling in your shoulders as you did in child's pose. So press all 10 fingertips down. Broaden the clavicles. Feel the armpits hollow, the shoulders on the back. And walk your dog out a little bit more. And then very slowly walk your hands back to your feet. Come to a forward fold there. And again, just give yourself time. So you want to connect through all parts of your feet, but give yourself time to just breathe into the tightness you're feeling across your hamstrings, your glutes, back of your legs. And just allow it to lengthen out. Shake out your head, maybe lengthen the back of your neck. And then very slowly roll all the way up to standing. And stretch your arms up. Bring your right hand between your shoulder blades and left hand to the elbow. Little stretch there. And then switch. Keep the armpits hollow. Good. And stretch up. Bring your arms down by your side. These are going to be like you're on a tight wire, your balance thing. So you're going to stand on your right foot and then bring your left foot out to the side. And see, if you need to touch the toe down, you can use your arms and then bring it forward. And then you might have to bend the knee to bring it back. And then do that again to the side, forward and back. And one more time. And place that foot down. Well done. Good. And we'll do the other side. So standing on the left foot, bring the right foot off to the side. Remember your core. Front and back. Side, front and back. Last time. And place that foot down. Good. Now bring your hands in front, interlace them, press the palms forward and stretch up. And arc to your right. And come on up through center and arc to your left. Come on up through center. Now release the hands, bring them behind you. This is where you might need the belt, interlace. See how it feels. So I want you to support your shoulders on both sides. And maybe feel the clavicles broadening, the lower ribs are connected towards each other, and then slowly fold forward. See how that feels. Allow the arms to come overhead, but don't lose the support on both sides of the shoulders. How soon you forget about your hamstrings, right? In this position, couple breaths. And then release your hands to the floor. And slowly walk them back out to downward facing dog. Bend your knees and just move your sits bones back and up a little bit. Feeling that support in your shoulders. Then re-straighten if possible. And then on your next inhale, come to plank. And exhale to down dog. And do that 2 more times. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Last time. And downward facing dog. Good. You're going to come forward to plank again. This time lower your knees and lower to the mat. And come up on your elbows with your hands out in front. So your elbows should be the same distance apart as your shoulders, but slightly in front of the shoulders maybe. Press the forearms and the hands down. Lengthen your spine, let your heart come forward a little bit for Sphinx pose. I feel like I'm drawing my forearms, my hands back, but I'm really careful to keep my ribs connected and back, and then I just lengthen. It does feel like a back bend, but it's a little bit less intense. Good. You're just supporting your shoulders. Good. Now come back down, slide your hands back by your chest and come up to cobra. Same feeling, but maybe a little bit deeper. And come on down. Downward facing dog. And walk your feet to your hands this time, coming to the front of your mat. You can use blocks here if you need to, but we're going to come to a deep squat. So turn your toes out a little bit and bend into Malasana, deep squat. And just give yourself time here. So you want to keep your feet and your arches engaged, even if your heels are up. And if your heels are up, you can also slide a blanket underneath your heels so you feel grounded through all parts of your feet. And sometimes it feels really good when you first get here, but when you're holding it, your shins start talking to you. That's probably why my shins were sore the other night. A couple more breaths. And then bring your hands behind you and sit down. Bring your feet wide. And just check and see. Maybe you need a blanket under your tail. Maybe you need to inner spiral for Upavista Konasana. Press your heels down. Pretend like you're going to isometrically slide them towards each other so you can really feel connected through your sits bones. And then just see, maybe you want to fold deeper, maybe not. Maybe you just want to support yourself here, or you can fold deeper if it feels good. And again, just notice how when you first get into a position, it feels super tight. But as you breathe through it, sometimes the muscles let go a little bit and it becomes deeper than what you imagined. And it feels good. Every breath, you can notice that. And then come on back up. Now bring your legs to Sukhasana or crisscross applesauce. the technical name for it. And notice how your shins are fairly parallel to the front of the mat. And just do a little twist to the right. And then a little twist to the left. And coming back to center, the shin that's in front, pick that up. And keeping this foot really active, both feet really active, you can do this stretch, which is a big hip opener. So you can either bring the foot to the middle of the shin or maybe cross it onto the other knee. And yeah. And then if you have that, see, maybe bring your hands under your shin and pull up a little bit and resist with your shin. Oh, it's a deep hip opener. Agni Stambhasana, which means fire log pose. So it's like you're just stacking firewood. Some people, this is so easy for. This is really intense for me. One more breath. Good. And then come back to that crisscross applesauce, but put the other shin in front. And then twist to your right. And twist to your left. And coming back to center, let's see about stretching the other hip. So wherever it works, some people, this is really, Sukhasana is really intense. Some people on the shin, other people can put it on the knee. And then if you like that, where you put your hand under the shin, pull up and resist. And just think about how great the top of your head feels. Or imagine you're around a campfire roasting marshmallows with your fire log. One more breath. And then unwind. And go ahead and make your way back to all fours. And I'm going to encourage you to grab your blocks and have them handy at the front of your mat because we may use them. And then come to a downward facing dog, but keep the blocks just on the side for now. Walk out your dog. And then just doing a little vinyasa, come forward to plank. Lower to the mat through chaturanga if you can. Cobra. And lower. And push back, downward facing dog. And please extend the right leg for a three-legged dog. Just feel that in your left leg. Bend the right knee. Keep the core really engaged, rib cage back, but keep the curve in the back as you open up to wild dog. Good, unwind. Bring that foot down and let's switch. Left leg extend. Bend the knee. Noticing the core. Don't let your right armpit drop. Wild dog. And please unwind. Come down to all fours now, hands on the blocks. And come to down dog on the blocks. And step your feet up between the blocks. Forward fold there. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So we're just gonna do a little flow. So you can use the blocks if you want. I'm going to use them because I'm feeling tight. So we'll do it. You ready? Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, fold forward. Pranam. And fold. Inhale, left foot back to deep lunge. Lower the back knee on the exhale. Make your way to Anjaneyasana. I want you to feel square and connected. And then reach your arms up when if you're feeling stable. If you want to, you can stretch the toes long, but keep that connection with the left leg. You'll get more of a stretch through your ankle and through your hip flexor. One more breath. And on the exhale, touch down. Lift the back knee and step forward. Step the right foot back, deep lunge. Lower the back knee. Being very aware. Stretch up Anjaneyasana. Hug to the midline. Keeping everything lined up. Maybe stretch the toes if that feels good. One more breath. And please touch down. This time lift the back knee, but step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank on the block. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your feet up between the blocks. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good, let's keep going. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Step the right foot back to deep lunge. Lower the back knee. Stretch up, Anjane. Every inhale, feel like you're drawing energy up your legs, up into your heart. And every exhale, extending back out, giving energy back. One more breath. And touch down. Inhale, lift the back knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, extend the right leg and then step it through on the exhale, deep lunge. Lower the back knee. Stretch up, Anjane. Drawing energy up into your heart, extending it back out. On your exhale, touch down. Lift the back knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Step between your hands and fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Already disappeared. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Step your right foot back first this time. Ground the back foot down and make your way to warrior two. And just kind of work from your feet up. See how it feels, tracking the knee straight and the arms. Draw your right hip in. Keep the spine nice and long. And again, just feel that like you're sucking up energy through all parts of your feet, through your arms, into your heart, and then extending it back out. Now reverse it. So right arm down, left arm up, keeping all that good connection going. Stay there for a few breaths. One more breath. And come back to warrior two. And then windmill down. The blocks, turn the back heel up. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Extend the right leg again. And step it through, deep lunge. Ground the back foot down. Being very mindful, make your way up to warrior two. Really feel all parts of both feet connected. Sometimes I lose my little toe on the front foot. Sometimes I lose the big toe. Just kind of work that way and then connect with your breath again. Feel like you're drawing energy up and extending it back out. One more breath. And then reverse it on the inhale. And exhale back to warrior two. When you've reorganized, windmill down, turn the back heel up. Step your blocks to the side. This time, step back, down dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Downward facing dog. Step your feet to your hands, forward fold. And use the blocks again if you'd like, they're right there. Next inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Do one more like that. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back to deep lunge. Ground the back foot down. Warrior two. Really noticing. Nice, you guys. Tracking the knees straight. Reverse. One more breath there. And then on the exhale, back to warrior two. And transition to Parsvakonasana. So you can bring elbow to knee or the blocks there if you want. Or you can go all the way to the floor. You decide. Feel the left armpit hollowed out. Hopefully you don't feel any tension in your neck. And maybe stretch the arm by your ear, palm facing down. You still feel the back foot really grounding you. All parts of your feet connected. One more breath. And please touch down to the block. Turn the back heel up. Step back, down dog. Inhale to plank on the block. Exhale, downward facing dog. Extend the left leg. Step it through, deep lunge. Good. Ground the back foot down. You guessed it, warrior two. Drawing energy up on the inhale. Extending it back out on the exhale. Feeling all parts of the foot connected. Everything in your spine lengthening. And then reverse it. Inhale. One more breath. And on the exhale, back to warrior two. And then prepare for Parsvakonasana, either elbow to the knee to see how it feels, to the block. Right armpits hollowed. Your rib cage is moving back. Your spine is long. That feels good. Arm by the ear, palm facing down. One more breath. And on the exhale, touch down. Turn the back heel up. Move the blocks to the side. Downward facing dog. Vinyasa or child's pose, your choice. So next inhale, come to plank. You're doing vinyasa. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. push back to all fours. You can grab the blocks. Downward facing dog. And step your feet up between the blocks, forward fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, one more. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back, deep lunge. Check your alignment here. So left hip crease stays square and come up to crescent warrior. Back leg stays super engaged. Extend the arms when you feel balanced. Just drawing energy up your legs, your arms into your heart. On the inhale, extending it back out on the exhale. One more breath. And then on the exhale, bring hands to heart center and lean forward. Shift your weight to your left foot. Maybe take a baby step in with your right and find your way to warrior three. Draw your low belly up. And on the exhale, touch the back foot back down. Crescent one more time. And then please touch the blocks. Well done. Step back, downward facing dog on the blocks. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, step it through, deep lunge. Now you know where we're going. Find your alignment. Crescent, warrior. Take your time. Feel the right or the left hip facing forward. Left leg super engaged. One more breath. On the exhale, hands to heart center. Lean forward. Shift the weight. Take a baby step. Really engage your core. Draw your low belly up as you come to warrior three. One more breath. And on the exhale, touch it down. Crescent warrior if you've got it in you. And then touch down. Step forward, please. Uttanasana. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands through the heart center. Just close your eyes. Sometimes when you're on a bike ride, you have to navigate through a lot of people, communicate well. Sometimes in life, it's the same way. Other times you're all by yourself and you have to communicate with yourself. Notice your heart rate slowing now. And then on your next inhale, extend your arms, open your eyes. And exhale, fold forward. Pranam. And fold. Just move your blocks out of the way and step back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale through plank if you can, and then down dog. And just navigate for a few more breaths here. And then please lower your knees. Swivel your feet to one side and come onto your backs. Just appreciate this position for a moment. Feet right underneath. So bend your knees. Bring your right ankle across your left thigh and lift your foot up and interlace behind that left thigh. If you want, that works. You don't have to. If you get enough stretch with just without doing that, fine. If you want more stretch, then you interlace. And then you think, can I lengthen my spine? Maybe even encourage a little curve to come back in my low back. Evidently, Mike left Teddy inside. Poor Daddy. Good. And then release the left foot to the floor. Straighten your right leg straight up, interlace behind the right leg, and extend the left leg. And then point and flex your right foot a few times and move it in a circle. And then bend the right knee, bring the foot right below the knee, left ankle over right thigh. Interlace if you'd like. Encourage a little curve to come back in the low back. You'll feel it more in your hip. Lengthen through the top of your head. One more breath. And release the right foot to the floor. Extend the left leg up. Make sure your hips are square. Interlace behind the left thigh. And extend the right leg. And point and flex a few times. And then release that foot to the floor. Bend both knees, bring them wide on the mat. Arms to cactus. And just do a few windshield wipers. Let's see how those hips feel now after doing that work on them. Just go as fast or as slow as you want for windshield wipers, just noticing. And then bringing both knees up, hug the knees towards you, flex the feet. See if you can still keep a little bit of a curve in your low back. Hug the knees and the feet towards each other. And then with your arms in cactus, just slowly roll the knees to the right side, but don't let them come all the way down. Just think, I'm doing work in my core. My left shoulder stays down. Just go to a point where you feel like you're doing work, but you can still hold it there. Squeeze the legs together. Left shoulder stays down. And then pressing right leg into left, come back to center. regroup for the other side. So knees come to the left side, right shoulder stays down. Don't let them come all the way down. Just come to a point where you're feeling work. You really have to work at holding it there, but it's not impossible. One more breath. And come back to center. Regroup and go back to the right side. And this time, allow the knees to come all the way down to the floor. Your left shoulder comes up, so be it. Okay. Maybe even turn your head to the left. Your gaze is to the left, kind of completing the twist. Staying with your breath and notice where you feel the stretch. See if you can, as you breathe into it, feel things lengthening out a little bit, getting more comfortable in that long position. And then bringing both knees up, hugging the right knee into the left, bring them all the way over to the left side now. Turning your gaze to the right, right shoulder down. Allowing things to lengthen back out. You keep your thoughts on how it's feeling in your physical body at all times. You're going to do what's good for you. And finally coming back to center, hug your knees in, roll up to a little ball. Can roll back and forth. And then bringing the feet down below the knees, bring the soles of the feet together. Let your knees open for Supta Baddha Konasana. You can keep your hands on your belly if you want, or on your inner thighs. And please close the knees and stretch out for Shavasana. Relax your third eye. So right between your eyes, kind of in the middle of your head. Allow that to relax. You'll maybe feel your ears and your scalp and your jaw follow suit. Relax your heart. Maybe you'll feel your belly, your back, your arms, and hands follow suit. Allow your pelvis to just sink into the floor. so much so that your legs, your feet, and your toes follow suit. And every inhale, you can feel energy drawing into you with your breath. And every exhale, you can just extend energy back out and relax. As you continue to relax, I just wanted to share a poem from Mary Oliver, and it's entitled Don't Hesitate. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give in to it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind, and much can never be redeemed. Still, life has some possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back, that sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant when love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb. Start to notice your palms, the soles of your feet. Maybe from the center, start to extend your fingers and toes a little bit, wiggle them. When you're ready to move some more, please draw knees into chest. Take your time. Roll to the side and just rest there. And push on up to seated when you're ready. Bring hands to heart center. Thanks for going on this little journey with me this morning. I appreciate it. And bow to that calm, beautiful soul in each of you. Namaste.